You're making me laugh too much. I can't look at your face.
Hi guys, it's EJ. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a 50 facts about me. If you're close with me, you probably know most of this. If you're not close with me, you might know only a little, or you might not know any at all. I just thought I would get close and personal with y'all, as if I don't already do that with a lot of my videos. But here are some things that I may have not mentioned in videos, and I'm going to mention them today, so you'll just know a little bit more about me, you know, because fact number one, I'm a Taurus. And if you don't really care about horoscope and like astrology stuff, that's fine. But I am pretty invested in it, not too much. I make it like my whole life, but I do like have a little judgment when it comes to meeting new people when they let me know what their sign is, because I already know what signs I get along with and what signs I don't get along with. My birthday is May 2nd. I was born in 1997, so it literally just passed. I am 22 years old. Fact number two, I'm an empath. I wouldn't say that I am a very strong empath because I don't really watch a lot of videos and certainly relate to them and like feel all of their pain, but I do feel some of it, and it's easier for me now to be empathetic than I was when I was like in middle school and high school. And I think when you're that age, you haven't experienced enough of life to actually empathize with somebody. I'm very proud of that part of my personality, being empathetic. I didn't used to be like that, and it's one of my favorite parts about me. Fact number three, speaking of being an empath, I cry really easily. Like, I used to not cry a lot, like, growing up, because my dad was very tough on me and my brother. So we were always taught that crying was kind of, like, weak-minded, and you shouldn't do it because, you know, you'll feel embarrassed. But now, I am not really afraid to cry if there's something that, you know, that I watch or that I hear about or see or know, and, like, it can really get to my heart. I've become a more vulnerable and like clear-minded now that like nothing really like matters. So, you know, if you want to cry in a Walmart aisle at 3 a.m., you do that. It's very easy to make me cry. Fact number four, as I've gotten older, I just really have not been invested in makeup as much. Like, I still do makeup videos, and I still, like, obviously right now I have like a full face of like makeup on, but nowadays I've really just resorted to like more natural looking makeup or no makeup in general. That wasn't something that I was able to do when I was younger, not because it was like, oh, I physically couldn't be able to put the makeup brush down. It was more so like I was very insecure, very self-conscious of my face and who I was and how I came across to people from like first impressions, that like I felt like I needed to put on makeup all the time, every day. And I'm obviously not as self-conscious now, so makeup is more just fun for me than it is like an obligation. Fact number five, I don't know why I went like that. I'm very invested in YouTube. And by that, I don't mean like making YouTube videos. That's like a whole separate thing from this fact. I watch YouTube literally all the time. Like, if I'm not listening to music, I'm watching YouTube. And if I'm not watching a TV show, I'm watching YouTube. I prioritize YouTube almost over Netflix, Hulu, and like cable TV. Like, I will watch YouTube videos over like a movie. I love YouTube as a platform. It is very problematic. Fact number six, speaking of YouTube, I have been wanting to make YouTube like a part-time job for me, But it's again one of those things where it's like you gotta learn and understand the trends that are going on right now on this platform and the kind of videos that people want to see. And I know my videos are technically not videos that everyone wants to watch. YouTube for me is just a hobby. It's really fun to do. It's just something that I've done for a long time as something fun, and if I were to ever garner success from that, that would be awesome, but I'm not stressing about it. Hopefully one day, but right now it's totally fine if, you know, I don't get a lot of views. It's cool. Fact number 7. I didn't realize this until a few days ago, until Wendy, one of my best friends, pointed it out to me. But there is a drawing on my wall, not here, but like over here. And somebody drew it for me. And she was like, "Did you draw that?" And I was like, "Oh no, blank drew it for me." And then she was like, "No offense, I knew you didn't draw that. I just wanted to ask to be polite." And I was like, why? I mean, we literally curse and like yell at each other a lot of the time. Why would that offend me? She was like, "You're good at a lot of things, but drawing is not one of them." And she's right. Like, I'm really not good at drawing. I suck. I could paint better than I can draw. The only way I could draw is if I outline something. But like, I cannot draw to save my life. Fact number 8. My hair grows really, really slow. Right now, like, if my hair was straightened, it would probably be to like here. This is 9 months of like hair growth. 9 months! Now, I cut my hair in August of 2018 and I cut it and it was like right here. So, you know, to be honest though, that's like still like a lot. The only reason why it's grown that fast, like faster than like it usually does, is because I'm taking like biotin vitamins. I'm trying to get my hair to grow out that long again. I am still going to keep this hair color, so I'm going to have really long pink hair, and that makes me really excited. Fact number 9. I think I speak for the majority when I say that I'm not a huge fan of the beauty community right now, and I don't think I ever was to begin with. I don't watch a lot of the big YouTubers, big beauty influencers on YouTube. I just don't find any interest in some of the beauty videos that are out there. If I ever get more than like 1,000 subscribers, I do not and will not ever associate myself with the beauty community. Thank you. Next. Fact number 10. Speaking of the beauty community, the drama that's going down, I like watching it, but I am glad that it's not happening to me. I am very on the fence about the drama. Like, it's interesting to watch and go down, but you never want to like be excited that somebody's like having a downfall. But I don't know, like I can't speak for James Charles, I can't speak for Tati, I can't speak for anybody, but I know for a fact that I find the drama interesting. I just don't think that it's something that needs to happen. I don't know if that was a real fact about me, but I did mention that like I don't love the drama, but I don't hate it either. Fact number 11. I work with dogs. So I recently started a job towards the end of April, and I basically am like a foster parent to other people's dogs. I work at a dog center. I am what is called a pet care specialist. So I basically help look after the dogs, make sure they get playtime and get what they need, make sure they have food and water. My body is hurting so much in this moment as I'm recording this. Like, it hurts to stand and like walk. Don't get me wrong, I love this job so far. Like, the past 3 weeks that I've worked were really good, but it's a lot more than it is on the surface. But it's a really good job, and you do get very attached to a lot of the dogs that come to the centers. Fact number 12. I have dyed my hair pink 5 separate times in my life. And I say 5 separate times because they've all been different every single time. The first time I dyed it pink was on accident. The second, also, if you want to know more about my hair journey, go ahead and check that video out. I released it last week. The second time I didn't bleach it enough, so it was like dark mauve or whatever. It wasn't really pink at all, but I called it pink. Third time it was like pastel carnation pink. Fourth time was manic panic pink, which faded quickly. The fifth time is right now. I've learned the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth time is the most successful one that I've done. I hate that it's faded, but it's fine. You can tell that it's pink, right? 13. Fact number 13. I was a theater kid in high school. I was in theater for 3 years of my life, which seems like a lot, but it's not compared to the people that I know who have been in like theater for 4+ years. I was always passionate about theater. I was always involved in like my theater classes and productions, and I developed a strong bond, a close bond with my theater directors. I still love theater, but not enough to make it a career anymore. If the time comes and I ever do get the opportunity to audition for something or like get offered a role for something, I would gladly take it because acting is something that I still love to do. Fact number 14, sexuality. I've never talked about my sexuality on YouTube. I think I've mentioned it in passing, but never really had the chance to discuss it. I'm not going to be super in-depth about it, but I don't really label myself as anything. I don't mind what you identify as long as you're just a good person. So whatever gender you may be, I don't really look at you too differently. If you want to know a label, I guess, I'd say I'm pansexual. I think I have identified as that for a while now. Like, I'm not really looking too much into it because, again, I'm not like dating right now. So there you go. Fact 15. I have really bad anxiety. I wouldn't say it's severe, but if it starts coming up, it can full-blown get turned into an anxiety attack, and it's really hard to come down from that. And it's like, it's one of those things where you don't really know when it's gonna come up. You don't really know when you're gonna have full-blown anxiety. So you kind of just go and take it day by day and hope that nothing will trigger you. I can tell when I'm about to like burst into an anxious mess is my stomach will start hurting and I'll suddenly start feeling nauseous and I'll feel like I need to throw up, even though it really, like, you know, most of the time, like, I don't really eat a whole bunch, so it's like I'm gonna throw up practically nothing. I'm like gonna dry heave or something. Fact 16. I'm not a big sweets fan, but I have a soft spot for brownies and cheesecake. Those are the only two like sweets that I really enjoy, and like white chocolate Kit Kat, but that's on the rarest of occasions. I love sour candy and salty snacks, so if you ask me what I want for like dessert or something, I'll be like brownies or like cheesecake. I know that I get cheesecake like every birthday and not regular cake like normal people. Fact number 17. It is true, I am my own biggest fan. I watch all my videos to see what I could have done better and what I could improve. Fact number 18. I am a hoodie connoisseur. I only have like, I think 4 hoodies, but I want so much more. I have green, red, navy blue, gray, and if I could, I would buy all the hoodies around the world because they're the most comfortable piece of clothing. Like, I was never like super into hoodies, but I love them now. Like, they're my favorite. I wear one to bed and it's the most comfiest attire ever, and it really sucks that I'm starting to like them when it's starting to get super hot outside. Fact number 19. I have only been to 5 places in the whole entire world. I've been to Guam, the Philippines, but that was when I was like a baby, so I don't really remember it. Florida twice, San Diego, when I was a kid, so I don't really remember it, and Seattle, Washington. And I want to travel more. It has been really difficult over the years because just I had been busy with work and school and then work. Fact number 20. I am an anklet wearer. I have 2 anklets on my leg. Do you see that? They're both from Pura Vida. I don't remember the names of them, but I know one of them was on sale. Fact number 21. I am not the biggest fan of jewelry, but when I am a fan of jewelry, I'm wearing rings, and I like to layer necklaces even though they are a bit of pain in the ass. Fact number 22. I've only been in 1 relationship. I think that's, I think that's a well-known fact that everyone knows about me, but if you didn't know that about me, I have only been in 1 relationship. Some people are surprised to hear that sometimes. I'm a very picky person. I don't just want to spend my time with just anybody. Fact number 23. I'm very short. If you've never met me in person, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm very short. I'm under 5 foot. I don't know if I'm like 4'10" or 4'11", but I know I'm like an inch taller than my mom, and she says she's 4'11", so I think she might have shrunk or something, because I know for a fact I'm not 5 foot. For the most part, I don't really think about my height too much until somebody points it out. Fact number 24. I am a stationery whore. Like, I have loved stationery since I was maybe 10 years old. Like, I would always want all the journals, all the pens, like the gel pens, the rainbow pens, and that hasn't really decreased since then, if we're being honest. I've got 3 cups full of just pens. There's 1, there's 2, here's 3. There's more, but this is just like the surface level of it. Like, I wrote them all down so I don't forget. Fact number 25. When people ask me, what's your favorite kind of music? I'm like, I'm not really indifferent to music. I don't really like country, and I don't really like EDM music, but I am a fan of every other kind of music. Fact number 26. I have a list of favorite celebrities and favorite characters from movies and TV shows called Things/People That Have Done No Wrong in My Heart. Some people on that list: Bob Ross, Keith Haring, Ariana Grande, Paramore, Julie Andrews, Selena Quintanilla Perez, Kehlani, and many others. Fact number 27. I have been cruelty free for 2 or 3 years. I think it's gonna be 3 years this year. I don't remember like the specific date of when I decided I was going to go cruelty free, but I have been steady and I've been strong, and I'm really proud of myself. I do have some products that aren't cruelty free, but it's only because those were like gifted to me, and I'm just trying to use them up. Fact number 28. I have really bad eyesight. Like, if you go far enough from me and hold up like a number of fingers, I will not know how many you put up. And it just keeps getting bad, like, from here. I'm like seriously debating on laser eye surgery. Is it laser eye? I am tired of putting contacts in my eyes. This is gonna be a long video because I talk so much, I'm sorry. Fact number 29. I only own 1 camera, and it's the one I'm filming on right now. It's the Sony a5000. I really wish that I had gotten a different one. I don't know a lot about cameras, so I just wanted a starter one until I was able to get enough so I can get a really good one. Fact number 30. I was a One Direction and 5 Sauce stan, like hardcore. You should have seen my room in the old house that we lived in. She got posters upon posters upon posters, you know. I loved One Direction first. They were my, I still love them. They're still on a hiatus. Please don't say that they've broken up. Look at how thick. Oh my god. I kind of switched on to 5 Sauce for a while. They were getting heavy on the radar, so I was like, no, I just discovered them. Like, out of all of the boys, I love Callum Hood with all my heart, like, still to this day. Even though they haven't really made music, I still see pictures of him, like, on Tumblr and Twitter, and I'm like, I love you with all my heart. Fact number 31. I have been a huge fan of Paramore since way back when, but like, I didn't like fully start getting invested in them until 2017, I believe. And Paramore's After Laughter came out that same year around my birthday, and I listened to it during a time I was going through a lot of stuff. They are my favorite band in the whole wide world. I hate this camera, dude. Oh my god. Hello, everybody, how are you doing today? Fact 32. I really do have only 5 friends. I know I joke about that sometimes, but I'm actually pretty serious when I say that. The way we met was we were all in theater, or we were a part of theater at one point. We all hang out together, but they're all like my friends. I feel like everyone's friends with each other, but like I have a specific friendship with each of them. They are the only people that have really shown me why they deserve to be in my life, and I'm at that age where I don't really feel comfortable making new friends that I can be super close with because I'm already so comfortable with them. And fact number 33, I have an addiction to Coca-Cola. Wow, I'm hilarious. I love Coca-Cola just deep in my core. I don't know what it is. I think I tweeted something about like, I love Coke because I love the feeling of burning from the inside. And guess what's in here? Fact 34. I get existential pretty often. If you don't know what that means, basically it's questioning life and what it means to live and be on this earth and like what's out there. Sometimes it gets overwhelming, but a lot of the time it's very helpful to keep you grounded and humble, and remember that some of the problems you may have are so minute compared to everything else in the world. And I do that quite often. I think about society, I think about life, I think about the universe. I think it really helps me be more in tune with my thoughts and my emotions and my mental health and my well-being. Fact number 35. It is a N-O for roller coasters. Since I have anxiety, everything is pretty much an adrenaline high. I'm always like in a panicky setting, and roller coasters are meant to give you that adrenaline rush. And when I'm already have anxiety just by standing in line to go on a Ferris wheel, I don't think roller coasters will be it for me. Fact number 36. I have 4 favorite colors. It's the 3 primary colors and green. Green is my newest favorite color. I love red, blue, yellow, and green. Fact number 37. My favorite flowers are roses and sunflowers. Fact number 38. One important thing I think everyone should know about me is that I am a big stan for The Office. Like, no joke. It's playing right now on my TV as we speak. Can you see it? I know it's kind of like one of those things that are like, oh, you're basic because you like The Office, because everyone likes it. But it's like, you don't understand. It's such a good show. The comedy is on point. The number one thing that's important to me is that you know that I love The Office and that it's my number one show, and I'm a stan. I will tell you that. I'm a stan for The Office. What does that mean? What did I mean when I wrote that down? Fact number 39. The 2 adjectives that I think that would describe me as a friend is I'm very supportive and I'm loyal. You can ask any of my friends about this. I will be there during your happiest moments, and I'll be there during your saddest moments. Actually, not as a friend, but just as like a human being. I feel like I will always support my friends 110% as long as they're not hurting anybody. I'll always be supportive and loyal to the people that I care about and the people that I love so much in my heart. Fact 40. God, 10 more to go. I keep everything. Literally everything. Unless you've done me wrong or we haven't been friends for like 10 plus years, I keep everything. Because everything has value to me. Everything has a memory attached to it, and it takes a lot for me to get rid of something. Even if it has a little bit of sentimentality, I keep it. Fact number 41. I've had 4 jobs in my life, not including the one that I started just now. I've worked in a movie theater, I've worked in 2 retail stores at the mall, and I worked at IKEA. So that is within a span of 3 years, from 2015 to 2018. I worked at the movie theater for 8 months. I worked at the first retail store for 10 months. Then I worked at the second retail store for 5 months. And then I worked at IKEA for about 1 year and 5 months. Fact number 42. My favorite types of books are poetry books. I read 2 poetry books recently. They're up there. They're by Ian S. Thomas. I love his books. Fact number 43. I've done every hair color under the sun except for purple, green, and white. I will link my hair journey video in the description so you can go ahead and watch that so you can see my entire hair journey. Fact 44. I've been learning to live more in the moment this year. It's not that I didn't do that last year. I did do that a lot, but I realized I heavily relied on my phone to kind of remind me of the good times, but I found that it was harder to enjoy my life when I was on my phone. It's fun because even now, like, I don't need to pull out my phone to be like, do you remember when this happened? I just like remember it. Fact 45. If you don't already follow my letterboxed, I know I don't really have any followers on there, but it's kind of like almost a keepsake of all the movies that I've watched, because I have more recently been trying to watch more movies. If you're really interested in movie reviews, go ahead and follow me on Letterboxd. Fact 46. I don't like vanilla scents, but I like smelling like vanilla. Fact 47. We're almost on the home stretch. I want a lot of tattoos, and I want one piercing. I want to pierce my nose so I can have a little hoop here, and then of course, like, I just want to be like covered in tattoos. Fact 48. I've been doing a positive a day for 2 years now, this being my 2nd year, and then I have done a positive a day once last year. And they're both really fun projects that I've done because, just like being existential, it kind of brings me back to reality and kind of humbles me and reminds me that there's always something to look forward to, and it's really helped my mental health. Fact number 49. I heavily believe in fate, the law of attraction, and the universe, speaking your truth into the universe. All of those I feel like tied together. I saw a quote somewhere saying that, like, no matter what, life will always work out in your favor. Life will always work out for you. Last fact, fact 50. I made my first video 11 years ago on an old channel. It was the start of this whole bigger thing, watching the first video I've ever done on this really old laptop that I don't even remember the brand of, and no editing, no nothing, really bad audio, really bad video resolution. YouTube is a very big thing, and I think it's because I had done it for so long, and that's the only reason why. Those have been 50 facts about me. If you want another video with more facts about me, I can totally make one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!